John Shaman is at the Fort Pierce Inlet with our story tonight. John.
Well, good afternoon, Jay. Talk to any boater and they'll tell you this is a tricky spot to navigate, and it proved to be too much this morning for one Fort Pierce father and his son. One look outside Roberto Robinson's home and you can tell he loves to fish. Monday morning, he and his father took their boat out of the Fort Pierce Inlet. The seas were a bit rough, and after a while they decided to head back in. They took two waves head on, then a third.
One lifted the back end of the boat up and tilted the front end down and started taking on water. In a couple seconds, we were capsized.
Both men found themselves under the boat, underwater.
Coming up out of there, that's what I'm thinking.
A number of fishermen on the jetty saw what was happening and called 911.
They were coming in fast, and when they hit the white water, they slowed down too quick, and the front of the boat just went right under the water, and they started hauling and screaming, and they flipped over.
Fortunately for the Robinsons, Clay Cordry was fishing in the water not far away.
When it capsized, they were up underneath of it for about 10 seconds.
The commercial fisherman said he just reacted, racing over to help.
They were holding on to their side of the boat, but it was real rough where they were, and I got up next to them and got a hold of them and then put them in the boat.
The rough water had pulled the boat about half a mile out to sea from the inlet. It was finally towed back to shore early in the afternoon. The Robinsons were not hurt, their pride a bit wounded perhaps, but they say it's a reminder for all experienced fishermen to be careful around the inlet.
It can kick up and change on you in a heartbeat.
This inlet can get rough. It's no inlet to be, you got to know what you're doing.
Now, after the rescue, a Coast Guard vessel circled the submerged vessel for many hours to make sure that no one else would crash into it. The Robinsons tell me they are certainly very grateful for the Good Samaritan and that they had tried to get out on the water today because they hadn't been fishing in about a month. They still plan to get back out onto the water. We're live tonight in Fort Pierce. John Shaman, WPTV News Channel 5.